Do you ever look out into the vast sea of the universe? And challenge even your own imagination? You don't think we're alone, do you? When you hear that the government is doing something, you always believe it, don't you? We are your third eye. This is Chasing Prophecy.
Good evening and welcome to Chasing Prophecy on the Oracle Talk Radio Network. I'm Jenny Nicasio along with my co-host Sean Kelly, who's filling in for Tom Conway. Hey, Sean, we're going to be diving into an enigma of what may lie beneath the pyramids tonight. So I'm sure you all heard about it. Yeah,
you know what? I was reading up on that, Jenny. I'm kind of interested in the know.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Yeah, the structure shrouded in the cosmic mystery for years and possibly hiding more than just stone and sand now. So this could be ancient monuments be leaked to, well, maybe our guests will know what it's called, life after life. And she's going to be joining us in just a second. Joan Edwards, she's a best-selling author, medium, trance communicator. And her book is called All Fair in Love and Karma. I love that, don't you? That's pretty cool. So Joan doesn't just look about, she just doesn't look at the other side. She's been actually there, right, June? Literally, after a near-death experience at 27, she made the conscious decision to return to this life. I don't know. Some people would say that's crazy. But ever since, she's been helping thousands of people cross over, and her 100% mediumship is unmatched. And tonight we're going to find out a little bit about her powerful energy that she can bring to the show. But Joan, we're gonna take a little bit of a break before we actually get into your spirit. But I want to talk about what's actually going on. But before we do that, guys, I want you to share the link for anybody coming on. Share the link. We need as many shares as we can to grow our channel and to reach more people. We're on multiple platforms, and I want to thank you all, because if it wasn't for you guys in the chat, we wouldn't be becoming number one out there. And I'm so excited about it. We are branching out all over the place, not only on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, Podbean. We're actually going to be on a television platform, which I'm really excited about. Sean, I don't know if you know about that, but there's a new one out there that's better than Roku. But I just wanted to make sure you guys know. Well, we're going to keep breaking in. So if you are coming in now, June will be doing some mini readings, but we will need you to sign in the chat. So if you're not signed on, you don't get a reading. So we're going to keep talking about that while we're in the show before we start in my interview with June. But before June probably knows about this too, about these crazy things. So we're just going to wait until more people get in the chat before we go ahead and get deeper into what's going on. But Sean, you know you've heard about the pyramids. For years, they've been like, an enigma. Like they have mystery and everything. Hi, Holly. Hi, Mark. Just let you know, we're doing mini readings. And if you want to get one tonight, you have to sign in the chat, put your name. So we have to sign, you have to put in, you want to be in the chat. Hi, Jean.
Hey, Jean.
So we're going to be doing many. I should probably write that in the chat, huh? So if anybody wants it, I would
do that too. But about the pyramids, yes.
And I got to fix my banner.
A lot of shows had a lot of guests on my podcast about the pyramids, and but what's beneath now? Hey, Kurt, what I'm thinking is, okay, personally, me, if you want my knowledge on it, I believe the Samaritans actually built those pyramids. And
I believe it too.
If this is true, what they were saying, what I was reading up on, I believe that they built the pyramids on top of a city. Okay, you can look at it like that.
On top of a city?
When they built upon the city, just to hide things from other people. Well, it says they had the stairwells, staircases, they had pillars
Well, I thought it
like
was.
underneath
Well, it's
these,
underneath
pyramids.
this.
Let's
It's
another
underneath
city.
the pyramid, right? There's. We have a couple of YouTube
Yes,
videos.
yes,
We're gonna see them, but I want to make sure I get.
Hey, Joe
June's.
Fox, good to see you, buddy.
Hi, Joe.
But
We're
there-
doing many
yeah,
readings
and
tonight.
Kurt-
We're gonna post
and-
it, but I want to just put. I gotta put my banner in. Of course, okay.
Okay, yeah, but so that's what I think about it. But you know, I can see now. You know, radar has picked this up, right? Now, of course, even June would know, and everybody else out there. There always has to be one of them people that just don't want to accept the fact that this could possibly be, because they didn't find it. They didn't find out about it. And the person who did find this thing underneath the pyramids, okay, they actually are getting more credit than the other dude, you know, and they don't kind of like that. I mean, it's all about egos. It's all about, you know, people hurting people and wanting to jump ahead. And to me, being in the metaphysical world, being in the spiritual world, you know, I totally understand what's going on. And ego's got to go. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I hear you.
God bless them if they find that city. God only knows what's underneath the.
We're gonna go ahead and play a couple videos. We got 3 different viewpoints on the pyramid. We have 3. There's Joe Rogan. He's gonna tell you what his. But I'm gonna play the first one, so you get an idea. Like there's 3 different viewpoints. Some people think it's. Well, you'll see.
Giza, something they were never meant to find. Scientists have discovered massive columns hidden underground. But here's the scary part. These are no ordinary stone columns. They're made of a material that doesn't exist on Earth. Experts analyzed them, expecting granite or limestone, and found something metallic. Could this be definitive proof that the pyramids weren't built by ancient Egyptians? Legends speak of gods who used floating stones to build the pyramids. But what if they weren't gods? What if these so-called gods were visitors from another world? And the pyramids were never tombs, but something much greater? The newly discovered pillars form a perfect energy grid that aligns exactly with Orion's belt, just like the pyramids above them. What if this isn't a coincidence? What if the pyramids were built as a message to someone or something? Some researchers now believe the underground structure was not meant for humans at all. It could be an ancient power source designed to send energy into the cosmos or even communicate with an unknown force.
That's probably what it is. It's an alien. I'm telling you, it's a portal. Now that's. I don't know, guys.
Well, you have to express how you feel about it. I mean,
it's most definitely. Well, this
just call it out. Call it out. Tell your viewers. Tell me. Tell June what you think it is.
Well, I definitely think
it's
a communications. It's some kind of a portal or a place for them to land. Because think about it. Do you really think slaves built those pyramids? I don't. So let's listen to this one.
The Sumerians.
Pyramid that go kilometers deep into the earth with coils. So enormous pillars, and then these coils. They don't understand what it is because they're just looking at LiDAR images. But whatever this is a uniform structure. There's several pillars, and all of this is like very, very, very weird.
Yeah, 600 meters descending down those cylinders, and then there's more stuff below it, and then there's additional structures inside of it. Yeah, that was crazy.
It's really crazy. There's a guy, Jay Anderson, and he did a breakdown of it. Maybe this would be good. We could play this. It makes a little more sense when someone's explaining it to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, we need somebody that's an expert here, not me and you.
Zawi Hawass, by the way, has said it's nonsense. So I don't know.
Already?
Yes. According to Graham Hancock. This is the wonderful thing about having Graham
Hancock. I texted Graham yesterday. I was like, yeah, what's going on with this?
Yeah, so click on that and go full screen, please.
Significant.
Okay. And this is the last one.
Belief system. Scientists just discovered something massive under the Great Pyramid of Giza. It could change history as we know it legitimately. So, new radar scans using synthetic aperture radar, SAR, have revealed huge hidden structures beneath the pyramid, including new chambers inside and 8 massive cylindrical shafts plunging over 600 meters underground. That's nearly half a mile deep. And they seem to connect to 2 gigantic rectangular chambers stretching 2 kilometers beneath the Giza Plateau. What could this mean? Is this a lost underground city? Or is it a hidden power source, or something even stranger? These findings come after previous scans discovered mysterious voids inside the Great Pyramid, including the famous Big Void, which was a 30-meter hidden space no one expected. But now, with these enormous underground structures, it raises the question, were the pyramids just tombs? Or were they something more? Some researchers have long speculated that the Great Pyramid wasn't just a burial site, but possibly an ancient power plant, harnessing Earth's natural energy. These columns have spirals going down, which are making some researchers think it definitely has something to do with a power plant. The precision engineering, the strange inner chambers, and now these deep...
It's just too high tech for...
the mystery. But here's the thing. Egypt's authorities haven't confirmed with any excavations yet. So this is developing, and as this plays out, we will see if this could be rewriting history before our eyes.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't know.
Well, also
Jen.
you got to look. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, John. I just want to see her for you what she thinks
look,
it is.
if all these pictures, and you're saying that slaves didn't build it, there's another possibility that the Anunnaki that came down actually helped build that, or told the slaves, because we were slaves for the Anunnaki, right?
Mm-hmm.
And told them to build it this way. So there would be that power force that would come in and actually either direct the UFOs or send more power out to the other planets where the UFOs are.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a power source, that they're sending out signals. I agree with you. What about you, Jen? What do you think?
So I think a lot of this knowledge has been around for a long time. It's just they don't tell the general public. The reality of it is they don't tell you much of anything because the average person couldn't handle it. The Masons are the ones that have had the secrets for thousands of years. And I come from a family of Masons, and I've heard for many, many years about how the pyramids were power plants and time travel machines.
And I didn't think about the time travel.
There are also time travel machines. Yeah. And there is an entire city underground they've known for a long, long time. They're just now coming out with it. We're in the age of Aquarius. Everything's coming out. It's that simple. And the timeline has sped up. So everything's coming out faster and faster. But this is not something that was newly discovered. They've known about it for a long time. They've known these were not tombs. There are shafts inside them, that they had quartz crystals and wire in them, like copper wire. They knew that these were energy buildings, and these are like the top of the energy plant, bottom line. They've known.
Yep, exactly. Also, I just forgot what I was just going to say. Sorry,
but
girls.
there's proof of time travel. They've found items in there that did not belong to. Yeah,
June, that's what I wanted to ask you. How, since we're in the age of Aquarius, how come everything is speeding up?
The timeline is speeding up.
Yeah,
Why is that? The timeline. So you have to remember that everything that's happening in this world that's playing out politically is nothing to do with politics. It has to do with a war of evil and good. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, spiritual war.
I agree.
It's a spiritual war that's been happening, and that has been increasing exponentially. And I think that has to do with why the timeline is speeding up.
Okay.
Most
Thank
definitely.
you.
Totally. So Jen, you said you chose to come back after dying at the age of 27. Can you walk us through what you experienced, and on the other side, what made you decide to return?
So when I died, I immediately was taken to the other side, which I now know to be the lowest level of heaven, the 5th dimension. Where in the 3rd dimension, your dream state is the 4th dimension. The lowest level of heaven is the 5th dimension. And I could still see everything that was happening below me. I could see the doctors working on me, the nurses coming in, the conversations going on. But my attention was immediately drawn to the front of me because all of a sudden this movie of my life started to play out. And it was like sitting in the front row of an IMAX theater, literally. And I've, talked to a lot of different people that have had death experiences and those that have had life reviews, and they're all a little different. They're all similar, but they're all a little different. And they show you what it is they want you to see for whatever reason. And for me, they were showing me the times in my life that were really good and happy and the people that loved me. And as I'm standing there watching this and looking everything's going on down below me, I hear behind me that it's not really my time. I can stay if I want to, or I could go back. It's my choice. And I'm standing there thinking, Jesus, I'm not going back for my family. I'm not going back for my husband. I'm not going back for my friends. And then all of a sudden I remembered that I still had 2 young children. They were not in my movie. And I knew that, they were the biggest reason that I came back in this lifetime. And they brought me the most joy in this lifetime. And as soon as I made that decision to come back, I was back in a nanosecond into my body.
Wow. That's amazing. Now, what happened to you that made you... I'm sorry, Sean. What, were you sick? Were you in an accident?
I had injured my back when I was 22. And I needed back surgery. But I knew at the time that if I had back surgery, I was going to die. And that's your soul giving you that heads up. I just knew I was going to die. And this is why I put it off for 5 years. And the night before I went in, I told my family, I said, listen, I'm going to die. And they're like, oh, no, you're just afraid. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, I'm going to die. You better be prepared. And sure enough, the night before the surgery, they gave me an IVP dye that's iodine based. And I told them first that I thought I was allergic to it. I'd had it once before. I had a really bad reaction to it. I couldn't get off the table for a couple hours. And they're like, oh, that's fine. It happens to everybody. And I'm 27. I'm not the doctor. What do I know? And as soon as they injected it I immediately died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And people ask crazy. How long? I don't know. Between the doctor coming over, hitting the crash cart, the nurses coming in, injecting the line, paddling me a couple of times, flipping the table up. I figure it had to be 4 or 5 minutes anyways. It was a while.
Well,
I just wanted to make sure you guys know we're doing mini readings tonight. If you want a meeting, please write down in the chat so we can number you. So if many people believe, I'm sorry, I'm going ahead of you. Go ahead, Sean.
No, it's all right. I know you're totally excited to have in June and hearing her story, but I'd like to share mine. 1983, I was on a drug called Antabuse. I was in the service, and I had the stuff in my system. Long story short, I drank a Jack of 5th Daniels, and I died on the ship. Okay. And I didn't see a movie. I didn't see the white light. I didn't see angels. What I saw was dark and gray. If you can imagine Scrooge, the movie Scrooge, when death pointed to Scrooge and all it was dark and ugliness. That's what I saw. And it was like, I don't know how I got back, because I swear to Spirit and God, whoever you believe in, that I wasn't coming back. And that's how my senses
So you'll only see what I saw if you go into the light. So clearly you didn't go into the light. And if you
I did not.
leave your body and you stay here, this is pretty much what you get. Because color doesn't exist. We only see color because of the way light refracts off an object and the way our eyes pick it up. But when you're on the other side as a ghost or a lower vibrational entity is what I call them, you don't see colors. You see gray, black. You don't see colors. So you were stuck. Yeah, you left. Your soul was out of your body, but here, not in the light.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's the difference. Yeah. I move souls from that are stuck here all the time into the light. That's the difference. Once you're into the light, your vibration rises exponentially. You can go back and forth. They move very, very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just needed to share that with you.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. Well, next time go into the light.
Okay.
Joan, you, a lot of people think that these pyramids are hidden chambers. Do you think there's a connection between those and the afterlife, maybe?
It's a time portal. People can travel forward, backwards. There's a time portal there.
So
it's created by the electricity. You have to have the electricity to create the time machine to go back and forth.
So you think there's a connection that you can go between like life, the other side, like
you can go between worlds. You can go to, I don't know if you can go to heaven, but you can go to different worlds and you can go to different times.
Okay.
It's the same thing when you don't have a body and you die, you can go back in time. You can go forward in time.
So that what you're trying to say, the other places that we could go to, would that be other dimensions?
Other dimensions, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So when did you realize that after that you came back that you could see these like?
Well, I could see them when I was a child, and as a child, it's very, very frightening. You know, first of all, you don't know what you're seeing. You assume everybody else is seeing them. Then you realize you're the only one that's seeing them. And then I just knew things. I knew everything before it was going to happen, and I would tell people, and you get labeled a freak really quick when you're in school.
Yes.
Kids are cool,
yes.
you know.
Yes.
And I was a wreck. I had a lot of nervous habits and tics as a child. I became very isolated, and I blocked it as much as I could for a long time out of fear. And that's what blocks it for everyone is fear. Your brain has a specific job. Your brain's job is to protect you. How does it do that? No. It creates fear. And that's what stops people from connecting and seeing the things that are here.
Exactly.
Okay, so
exactly.
So you work directly with angels and guides. Now, how do you differentiate? Yeah. How do you tell between the two? Like energies.
So I read energy. I feel energy. We're all energy. Everything in the universe is energy. There's energy in every object. Everyone's walked into a funeral and they felt that low vibration. And when we talk about energy, vibration, frequency, it's all just different names for the same thing. Okay. And everybody's walked into a funeral and felt that low vibration, right? Very sad, very low. Walk into a birthday party or wedding and you feel that high vibration, or when you have hear a good joke and you're laughing at high vibration, right? You have to learn how to pick that up around you. You've run into people that all of a sudden something feels off, right? Something just doesn't feel right. That's their vibration that you're picking up on. And when you tune yourself and train yourself into picking up on that vibration, then you can differentiate what you're picking up on. So ghosts that are stuck here vibrate about the same as we do. We vibrate around, the low 500s. So any spirits that are stuck here vibrate the same. Anything that's gone into the light has an extremely high vibration. So I can tell immediately if there's a soul visiting, whether or not they've come into whether they're coming from the light or they're stuck here, one or the other. And then when you get anything that's demonic, that's such a low vibration that it literally gives you that pit in your stomach and makes you nauseous. That's a demonic.
Absolutely.
Sean.
But you also got to remember is that whenever you start working in the energy field, when you start working with your energy, you never can doubt what you feel. You cannot doubt it. You have
and that's a big problem with a lot of people that do this work is their ego gets in the way. They don't want to be wrong. I used to do very large stage performances with 300-400 people. Jeez. And I'll never forget one of them, the guy in the front row, called on him first. He wanted to talk to his wife. He was a widower. And all I got were 2 hands and a dress. And I stood there for a second and I said, do I just say she didn't come through? I'm like, I can't do that. I've got to give him what I get. So I'm like, all I've got is someone I see 2 hands holding out a dress. And all I'm hearing is prom dress. Well, the guy started bawling his eyes out. He goes, that's my wife. He goes, that was her saying. Every time she left the house, I'm off like a prom dress.
Oh, wow. Cool.
It meant nothing to me, but it meant everything to him. And then once he was able to confirm that it was her, she showed me her full apparition. And then we had a great conversation.
So you maintained 100% success rate
so far
through souls. What do you think makes the connection so powerful and consistent?
I think it's because I've already been to the light. Because my vibration coming back into this body is much higher than most people from being in the light. I've done all kinds of stuff. I've worked with paranormal groups. I've chased a demon around a 3 family.
Oh,
and when I tell them I've been into the light and I brought angels with me, they run.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're afraid of.
Yes, they are afraid of angels. I work with an angel, just one, maybe 2. I don't know. But mine is the Archangel Uriel. He works with me all the time. And I'm real big into the Native American spirituality. So I have a lot of animal totems that I work with, like the wolf, the hawk, and all kinds of other animals.
That's my spirit animal is a black wolf.
Black wolf, mine's a gray wolf.
Yeah.
Mine's gray wolf. His name's Lakota.
My gatekeeper is an American Indian brave who I've only spoken to twice and I've only seen twice, but he's always right here.
Yeah.
Have you ever received a message from the other side that shocked you so much that you weren't expecting it at all? Like you didn't know?
After I did the reading, yeah. I did, one of the first readings I did when I started to do this work after I did my training was a woman in her 80s. And she had waited to see me till I finished. I was doing a show for 8 hours. I'd been doing readings. And it was the second year. And she had heard that I was pretty accurate. So she wanted to see me. Mm-hmm. And I'm doing the reading. She comes over. I'm like, ask everybody, do you want a reading or do you want mediumship? She's like, I want to talk to my son. I'm like, okay. You want to talk to your dad first? He's been standing over there next to you for hours. Okay. I'm like, did he used to have a car that he cranked up? She goes, I have no idea. I said, okay. Do you have some occasion to wear a suit with a top hat and have one of these little tiny canes? She's like, yeah, that's my dad. I'm like, okay. I said, and I believe your mother is here as well. I said, they must have been quite the couple when they were together because she walked over, they put their arms around each other, gave each other a little peck on the cheek. I said, she's wearing a ball dress with a crown on her head. She's like, yep, that's the picture that's over my fireplace. I said, okay. So I still want to talk to my son. Okay. So now the next person I described, nope, that's my brother. I'm like, do you want to know who murdered him? I'm like, where the hell does this come from? She's like, no, I think we got the person that murdered him. We sent somebody to prison. I'm like, okay. I mean, the stuff was crazy. And then her son, finally, I had to have the brother bring the son up. And he's standing there with his head down, which is a symbol to me that he feels that he either let her down or he took his own life. So I'm like, you think he took his own life? And she goes, yes, I caused him to kill himself, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden his head popped up and he's like, no, it was an accident. So she's like, oh my God, right? And the sister comes running over. I knew it was an accident, blah, blah, blah. But then I asked him what happened? This is what blew my mind. He's showing me that he's watching a TV show with them juggling chainsaws. And I'm getting something about his neck or his head. I'm like, I'm not getting a hanging. I'm getting that it's like it was severed. And he's like, went down to the shed, got a chainsaw and juggled it, and it slipped and he severed his head. I'm like, oh my God. So this is the stuff that's like, oh my God, how do you make this stuff up? She's like, yeah, that's what happened. I'm like, oh my God.
That's crazy. That's awesome. Hey, before we start doing the readings, I just want to do a short public service announcement for Oracle Talk Radio. If you think you'd be a great fit for us, we'd love to have you join the network. If you're into politics, anything, music, the arts, variety, paranormal, any sports, we are branching out on many different platforms. We'd love for you to join our network where you get support on a one-on-one basis, and we even have interns. So if you'd like to be coming, if you think you'd be a great fit for our network, join us. And if you think you'd be a great guest, we do all, like I said, we have variety, over 12 podcasts, 13, 14. We got two new ones. So we'd love to have you as a guest also. And if you could share the link, we appreciate it. You make us, you guys in the chat, you make Oracle Talk Radio Network number one.
Can I do mine now?
Sure, you can.
Well, thank you, Jenny. And most of the people in here who come from my group, I am on UPRN Talk Radio, 105.3 Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans. I am on Sunday nights from 8:10 to 9:10 p.m. Tuesday nights 8:10 to 9:10 p.m. So I'm just here helping Jenny out with her show until Tom comes back.
Yes, thank you, Sean, and thank you so much for sharing the link. I see that, Cindy. Okay, before we get into the what we're going to do is we'll take a break and we'll ask some more questions until we run out of time or whenever June says she has to take off. But I have a question, June. Can I have a short mini reading? Did you see anything? Oh, I wanted to see if she sees anything.
Give me a second.
You're funny, Sean.
So when I sat down before, I pulled a quick card when I saw you. Did you start, or you just said you started something new with communications and you're expanding the program? Because that was the card that I pulled, that you're expanding the program. Something, it was about communications, making sure you clear up your communications. You have to make sure that you stick with it long enough in order to get something moving. You seem to be very, you want things to happen immediately. You have difficulty with patience, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you have to really give it the time that it needs. And you have to have enough confidence in yourself to know that whatever it is you put your energy towards is going to go forward for you. The universe will always put you where you're supposed to be. You always have to remember that. No matter what it is you do, if you're doing it, you're supposed to be doing it. Okay? They're not going to put you in the wrong place, ever. You're also a little bit out of balance as far as your life goes. It looks like you're working much more than you should be. You have to really find that balance and make sure that you keep whatever work it is that you're doing fun. Because if you don't keep it fun, it's going to really bring your vibration down very quickly. And you can't do that, in the work that you're in. Okay. You also have something really good coming up for you. This is somebody that is going to help you create something really good. If it's not a relationship coming in, then if it's not a romantic relationship, then it's a really good working relationship. Someone that's like a kindred spirit and wants the exact same thing for you. Something that's going to be, the two of you together, once you put your heads together, are going to come up with something amazing. And you also, do you have a sister?
I had two sisters. They're passed over.
They're both passed. Okay. Did you have an issue with one of them that maybe a little antagonistic of a situation before she passed?
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get to say goodbye. I didn't get to say we were fighting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A little antagonistic there. Let it go. She let it go. She let it go a long time ago. Okay. So don't hold on to that at all, thinking that, you didn't have an opportunity, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She didn't hold on to that. So don't you.
That's cool. Thank you.
You also, you have some cause that you're passionate about too. Is it animals? Something?
Oh, yeah. I like animals.
Okay. Are you working, do you work like the charity into the commercials, or?
No, I've been looking for a charity that I really want to, I haven't found one. I mean,
you're gonna, no, this is something that you're really passionate about. It's a cause that you're very passionate about. Whatever it is going to present itself to you. So when that happens, make sure you jump on it right away. Okay. Whatever, you'll know what it is you're going to offer them or what it is you need to do with them. So the other thing is you have to stop worrying about anything that happened in the past because it's holding you back for the future. You have to start looking at what your outcome's going to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody, and I believe this is business related because everyone fails in business before they achieve what it is they're supposed to do. Okay, it's a learned experience. Very few people fall into a wonderful situation when it comes to business. Any business person that's successful, if you ask them, they'll tell you they failed a few times along the way. Okay, have you failed in the past in the business?
No, this is my first business.
This is your first?
I'm a writer, I'm an author, but I don't consider that. I really don't consider that a business.
It is a business. It's all if you're doing it to try to make a living at it or to make money, then it's a business. It's a business venture. If you're not writing for yourself.
Well, this Oracle Talk Radio. We've been doing this since September, so I think we've really, me and Tom, I think it really is.
So either that or you're just worrying about it too much.
I'm worried about it.
Yeah, you're worrying too much. You can't. You've got to look at the outcome. You've got to know in your soul it's going to get you where you want to be, and know that, and don't worry about it. Trust. This is where trust comes in.
Thank you.
Trust is one of the biggest lessons you have to learn. You got to trust that there is a higher power and that you made this plan. So everything that's happening to you is happening for a reason, and it's always for your highest and best. It'll be a great outcome.
Well, thank you. Okay, thank you for that reading. So we have what we're going to do is we're going to put the link in you can be on audio where we can just hear you, or you can be on video. So I'll put the link. We have 6 people so far, and we're probably not going to get more than that. So we'll do 5-minute readings. I'll set the timer and we'll go ahead from there. Okay, guys? So I'm going to go ahead and put the link. They did this. Okay, I see it. Oh, they did this. So I'm going to put the link to StreamYards in the chat. You can do audio. You just follow the instructions on it. Okay, audio or video. Okay, I'm putting the one on. And who was first? I believe it was Joe Fox.
Joe.
You have to go back. So you can do audio or video. If he doesn't come on, we'll go on to the next one. And I have it written down here somewhere. I think we said who was next after that. I got to go back.
Oh, gosh. What was her name?
Joe's number 1. I posted the link. I believe I'm going down the list. Brittany is number 2. So if Joe doesn't come on, we'll go to, and we'll just put him underneath. We'll skip him. So that was really cool. Yeah. I have a lot of death in my family, so there's a lot of people on the other side. That my mother talks to me all the time.
That's great. No, that's wonderful. I've got clients. One of them, his fiance worked out a system on his iPhone. He won't get rid of his iPhone. She leaves him beautiful messages.
Yeah,
and a lot of my clients, work out a situation with a light, either a touch lamp or a night light, where you can ask them yes and no questions.
May I make a suggestion?
Sure, sweetheart.
If they can't, or a problem with the link, have them type it in the comments.
Here he is. He's here. He's here.
He's there?
Okay. Yep. Hey, Joe.
Joe Fox. What's up, bro? Finally get to meet you.
How you guys doing? Sean, how are you?
Good.
All right, man. You got 5 minutes, brother.
Yeah, Jenny, 5 minutes. It's at the timer.
I'm at work, you guys.
That's okay.
So interesting, Joe. You have the ability to have things just happen and appear for you. People think you're just lucky, right?
Did you hear that, Joe?
Oh, man. No, she skipped out on me.
Do people think you're lucky?
I didn't get to hear her.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me now?
We're breaking up.
She keeps skipping out a little bit, cutting out.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, man.
I can hear you. Side. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So you have the ability to really manifest anything that it is that you want in your life fairly quickly. Do people think you're just lucky?
Oh my God, June, I love you.
Do they tell you you're lucky all the time?
Yeah, yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago, I like to believe, about 3 years ago, I manifested the lottery win.
You hit the lottery.
I like to believe. Yeah, I like to believe that I manifested that.
You did. You manifest very quickly the things that you want. Yeah. You got a great vibration, and you're very in touch with the others. You're very in touch with the other side.
It's awesome that you brought that up because I really like to do it again.
You can. Absolutely. Just tap into it. Do you meditate? Meditate. You'll tap into your soul.
But I really want to.
Yeah, you need to meditate.
Did you hit a big lottery, Joe?
It was quite substantial, Jen. It was not $1 million, but it was damn close.
That's awesome. I want to manifest.
So
I worked hard and I prayed hard.
So you have a lot of strength and grace through kindness. Okay, you're a very kind person. A lot of times people might think you're a weak person because you're a very kind person and very giving. Okay. You need to have more self-confidence in yourself. Know that you can do anything that you put your mind to. And you need to stop being so tough on yourself. You're your own worst critic.
Thank you.
You know him, right?
That could be.
I know him like a book. It's my boy.
You're also either working multiple jobs, multiple projects. Are you working multiple jobs and multiple projects?
I am.
Yeah, your life is very out of balance as well. You need to make a little bit more time for yourself.
I got struck with an artery disease about 4 years ago, and I've been on disability.
Yeah, you need to really make a little bit more time for yourself. And you have somebody in your life that you've kind of almost given up on. Do they have a drinking problem or a drug problem? Someone you really care about. It's a relative, I think. Or I feel like it's a relative. If it's not a relative, it's a love relationship. Some love relationship that you let go for that reason.
You're not far off base. You're not far off base.
Okay, so whoever that person is, don't stop loving them. Don't give up on them. Sometimes it's just, people don't realize the difference that they can make in someone else's life. I don't think you have any idea the impact that you have on that person's life, but it's huge.
I don't know, Gary.
You got 58 seconds.
You know who it is, right?
I keep cutting out. I think it's because I'm in a bad spot.
Joe has a loving and caring heart. He's a good man. He's one of my angels on Tuesday and Sunday night.
Yeah, whoever that person is, you really need to have an open, honest discussion with them.
I kind of think and I kind of agree with you. It's not a drug or alcohol problem, but it's
some
is
addiction,
a problem,
some issue. Yeah, there's some addiction issue. It could be gambling. It's something. Gambling.
It is an issue.
Yeah. So start the conversation and you can fix it. You can help them immensely. But never pull back the love.
Thank you so much.
As long as they know that.
I had a good feeling about this reading tonight.
Good.
All right, Joe. Good job, man.
Okay, time's up. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Hey, listen, thank you for having me, guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Okay, we got Brittany.
Hi. You got Brittany now?
Hi, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
Okay.
You're on, hon. Brittany.
She's good. She's just going to do a reading, whatever she feels.
So, are you looking for another job at the moment?
No, I'm on disability.
Oh, you're on disability. Okay. You've got something that's coming. Something that you're going to be doing that's going to be really uplifting for you. So if you're not working, it's something that would be like work that you could do. It's going to be very fulfilling for you. Okay. Could be research, could be anything like that that's coming up. Could be school. Okay. But it's going to be really good for you as well. You've got some situation going on right now with someone that's a lot of drama. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You really need to step back from that. They're just pulling you down with them. Okay. Just step back from that for now. Have some patience with yourself. Have some patience with them. Let them go through whatever it is they're going through, but don't let them drag you into it. Okay. You are very like an old soul. Okay. People come to you for advice all the time.
Yes, especially when I was younger.
Yeah. You are really kind of an old soul. Okay. And you have the ability to really nurture the people that are in your life, make things a nicer, you're the girl that comes with the flowers and the decorations and all that stuff, right?
Yep.
But you have to remember to nurture yourself too, and nurture yourself first. That's what you're missing. You kind of deflect a little bit. Okay. I think you do a lot for others so that you're not focusing so much on yourself, right?
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And you need to stop that and think about that. And, think about it. And whatever it is you'd be willing to do for someone else, do it for yourself first. Because you're the first one to go buy something or, pick up a coffee, no matter what it is for somebody else, but do it for yourself first. Okay?
That's what my therapist always tells me.
Yeah. It always starts there. Yeah. It starts there. You have to learn how to put yourself first because everything else comes from that. Okay. You're the only one of you in this world. How valuable are you?
I was wondering if you could pick up with one of my relatives.
For mediumship? Yeah, that takes a little bit longer. So right now I'm just doing quick readings for 5 minutes. But if you want to schedule an appointment, I'd be happy to bring them through for you. Okay.
That'd be great.
You also have a decision to make. Do you know what that decision is? Yes.
Yeah, I have a
You
meeting.
need to be really clear on what you want. You need to be really clear on what you want. Okay? And go in there with a clear mind, knowing that the angels are going to be with you and you're going to get what you want. Okay? But you need to get clear on what you want first. They can't help you if you don't know what you want. Right?
That makes sense. Right.
Okay? So think about that tonight. Be clear on what you want. And that's what you'll get for an outcome.
I've actually been writing things down so I can remember.
Good. That always helps. Yep. But talk to your angels and your guides before you go and be very positive because they only hear the positive. If you're crossing a street and you don't want to get hit by a car and you keep saying, I don't want to get hit by a car, I don't want to get hit by a car, you're going to get hit by a car because all it hears is hit by a car. Okay. So whatever you've got going on tomorrow, be very positive with it. I want. Okay.
Okay.
And that's what you'll
I
get.
can definitely do that.
All right. Well, good luck with it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Got to.
Awesome.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Thanks, Brittany.
Thanks for
having
coming
me.
on, Britt.
Your thing's gonna go off anyways. We'll see
Oh,
ya.
yeah. God.
Okay. She had 10 seconds, but that's okay.
And we got my buddy Holly. Holly, turn your mic on, Hall.
Holly, you're on mute.
Okay, it's on now.
Hi, Holly.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Jane. I'm just whatever the universe has to tell me.
So you need to learn to listen to your intuition really clearly, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because you still question it even when it's coming through, if that makes sense to you. Okay.
Yeah.
You kind of let your fears get in the middle of that, and you can't do that. Your intuition is very strong.
Mm-hmm.
You're very connected to your moon, wherever it's sitting in your chart. You're very connected to that moon. That moon is feelings, but it's also intuition. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's also something else coming up that it's going to be out of the box for you. You may know what it is already. It's something that's going to give you a lot of joy. It's like a leap of faith for you, something you haven't done before. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You need to do it, whatever it is. I mean, it might be going to a dance or something that you've never been to before and meet somebody or whatever, but whatever it is, it's out of the box for you. Do it when that opportunity comes up. It's going to be a lot of joy. It's going to be really good for you.
All right. Yeah, because it's hard for me to, I hate leaving
you don't like
my
to go
house.
out, right? Yeah, you don't like to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do it. It's going to be really beneficial for you. It's going to take you out of that environment, and that's the only way you change and grow is out of your environment. You got to get
understand
uncomfortable.
all that, but I'm a homebody.
So you also, you have a lot of things that you still want to do, even though you're a homebody. You need to really write them down and make a detailed list and a plan, because the universe, somebody on the other side is helping you. And I'm, is your husband on the other side?
I am not married, so no.
Was he someone that you might have married or would have dated for a very long time, or someone who was really, really close to you? It's not a father.
There were a couple that passed away that I dated, but
yeah, this is somebody that's really, he was pretty special, and it's not a father.
Would there have been someone or a name, maybe?
Would there have been someone that was, maybe he loved you more than you loved him, type of thing?
Could be, yeah.
So I'm picking up two names, Tom and Ed. So I don't know if either one of those might be a first name, second name. I will tell you right off the bat, I have trouble with names. So if a name comes through, it's rare.
Right. So it's neither one of those names. So
okay. So whatever it is you're thinking of doing, you seem to do a lot alone, right? You do a lot of things by yourself. There's a better course of action for you, though, to do something with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where this pulling you out of your house there, of something that's out of the box. I keep picking up that it's something like a VFW event or something like that. That could be some social event.
Okay. Okay, I kind of sort of had a question.
Sure.
My sister passed away a little over a year ago.
Okay. I lost you.
Just gone. Well, her timer's up pretty much. Oh, well. Sorry, Holly, we lost you, so we're going to move on. And you could probably get in touch with her for a full mediumship reading. And I want to also let everybody to know that we're talking to June Edwards. She's a medium, psychic, and the best-selling author of All Fair in Love and Karma. So we're going to go ahead and move on to Cindy, and we have one more after that. Okay, Cindy.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Cindy. How are you, honey? Good to see you.
I'm awesome, Sean. I'm sending love to everyone.
Awesome.
Hi, Cindy. Did you recently retire?
Yes.
You did. Okay. And that seems to be working out really well for you. It looks like you planned well for it.
Correct.
And it looks
And
like
my
you're spending. Yep.
my husband's retiring in a year.
Okay. It looks like you're spending a lot of time with family as well right now, which is working out well, right?
Right.
So you also are very tapped in psychically and really need to start listening to that and not questioning it.
Correct.
So you have you got issues from your past that are really bogging you down. And that's not something you can change. It's not something you can fix. You have to remember that everything in life happens for a reason and you need to let it go. Okay. You've got an amazing future coming up for you. And I'm sure that's probably within the year when your husband retires. You're going to be really, really busy. You're going to have a lot of stuff coming up quickly. You're going to have really important communications coming in from somebody too. Somebody from your past. I want to say it's probably somebody that you went to either high school or college, something like that. Do you meditate?
Yes, daily.
Okay, good. All right. So you should be meditating 2 to 3 times a day for 20 minutes. And when you do that, you're going to get a lot of answers to your questions. And you're not going to get them right away. You might get them later in the day, but you will get them. If you are, you got something coming up that's going to be a legal issue, whether you're selling your home or buying a home or doing your will. Are you doing anything like that?
Yeah, I will probably be doing will eventually, and I just bought this home 3 years ago, but
so it's not
we
that
are
one.
planning on traveling.
Okay, so this is okay, so it could be the travel documents. Review them very carefully. Okay. Make sure you take the travel insurance in there.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. You've got something exciting coming up. It's going to be a little challenging for you. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I almost feel that it's during one of your travel vacations or something. You're going to have something that comes up that's going to be quite challenging, but it's going to be exciting and you're going to be fine. I'm willing to bet you probably don't climb much, right? Like Machu Picchu or anything like that. You don't do any climbing, right? Hiking?
No.
Okay. I feel that it could be like a hike or something like that. Something that's going to be, you're going to think you can't do it. It's overexerting. Okay. But you can do it. And it's going to be really exciting. You're going to be glad you did it. It could be a guided tour. It could be inside caves, something like that.
Oh my, I appreciate that because that's the kind of stuff I want to do.
Yeah, do it. Do it. You're going to absolutely love it. And you can do it. Okay. You don't have to do it at 100 miles an hour. You can do it at a slower pace, but you'll do it and you'll love it and you'll be really happy too. You also have something else coming up. Are you planning on volunteering somewhere?
Probably, I'd say yes, because I'm pretty big into that.
Okay, it's going to require you to get some additional training or take a course or a class or something. Just be aware of that.
Okay.
Okay, they'll cover it. They'll pay for it.
Time's up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Very welcome.
Liz. I mean,
All right, Holly.
okay, well, we have Shayna.
We got River, don't we? She wants one, I think. I think River Rose wants one.
She's
Hi,
not in
Shayna.
the chat. She didn't log in.
You have something really amazing coming up. So, are you married yet?
Oh, sorry, it just cut out really quick.
Are you married yet?
Nope.
Is somebody in your life?
Nope.
Okay, so then this isn't about you, but it's someone in the family, either someone getting married, could be a graduation or baby shower, something like that.
cousin is getting married this summer. I'm her maid of honor.
Okay, that's that celebration. You also have you've got somebody coming into your life, and it very well could be that you meet them there. Okay. And it's going to be somebody that you feel like you've known them forever. It's going to be a soulmate situation.
Wow.
You have extremes going on at the moment with your money. It either comes in chunks or goes in chunks, big chunks.
I'm working right now, doing pretty well. So.
But are you buying things like buying cars, buying houses, buying big things that are big money ticket items?
I'm trying to buy a house maybe soon. I've been looking.
Okay, so that's probably going to happen because money's going to come and go in big chunks for you.
Ooh.
And when that happens, it's usually a big purchase, like a home or a car. So you're probably going to end up getting that house.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, you got a lot of change coming up in your life.
Change.
So don't be resistant to that change. Change is good. It's how you grow. Okay. You are also a procrastinator, right? You wait and wait and wait before you do anything, right?
Oh,
Yeah, you got to stop doing that. You really have to. When the opportunity arises, you need to jump on it. Okay. Remember, those who snooze lose. Yeah, things as long as you keep on that track that you're planning, things is going to work. They're going to work out amazing. But again, you're going to have a lot of sudden changes coming in. Things are going to come fast for you, and don't get emotional. Okay, don't get emotional. Calm down. Meditate a little bit. What's my soul say? Go with that. Okay, that knowing. That feeling in you that I know this is what I'm supposed to do. That's what you do. Don't get emotional. Oh, I can't leave my family. Don't do that.
Oh my gosh, that is so me.
Okay. And the other thing is that you are delayed in responding to people. Okay. Somebody says something to you, you just, right? You need to communicate back what it is you need to say. You can do it in a kind way, but you need to do it. I feel like it might be your mother that's issues with your mother communicating. Yes. Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, you really have to communicate, have the discussion. Don't, because it doesn't work that way. It just builds up. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, you got some pretty ambitious plans for a little girl there. But they're going to work out. They're all going to work out. She's like the turtle, slow and steady, wins the race, right? Am I wrong?
No, you're hitting the nail on the head with everything they're saying.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You're also not sleeping enough. I don't know if you're just overworking or over partying or a little bit of both, but you need to get a lot more sleep. And you need take a little time off for yourself because you're a little stressed with everything that's happening at work, right?
Wow, I can't believe everything you're saying. It's like so accurate.
Yeah, when you take that time off, you're going to sleep better too, and that's going to break that whole cycle for you, and you'll be able to walk into work and you'll have a smile on your face and you won't be stressed.
Okay, that's good advice. I definitely
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, you got a lot of good stuff coming up.
That's great. I hope so.
Any other questions? Or
No, thank you. That was so crazy.
You're very welcome.
Okay, we'll see you later. Shanna, thanks for coming on.
Oh, thank you.
I can't remember how to put this out. Okay. Who's this? Oh, Liz is still up there. How do I get her out of there?
Yeah, can you throw the link in for River to sign in?
Can you do one more? Okay. I just wanted to make sure she's.
Oh, Liz is in. Hey, River, there's the link to get in. as he comes in.
I know Kurt he wanted one, but he never signed in.
He left.
So.
I think he left
He
or
left.
something.
He
I
left.
don't know, Kurt. Don't worry. Kurt will
So
be
how
on
do
again.
people get in touch with you?
They can go right to the website, juneedward.com. There's no S, juneedward.com. And they can schedule appointments with me. They can listen to lots and lots of podcasts. They can there's links to all my books. I've written 4 books. The latest, which was an international bestseller, is The All's Fair in Love and Karma. And it talks about the 5 lessons we have to learn here for our soul to advance.
June,
Cool.
is it possible if you could just pull a card for me? See what you
Absolutely.
get. Thank you.
So you're another one that needs to listen to yourself a little bit more, listen to that intuition, that insight, get a little bit more sleep, have a little more time off, a little less stress in your life.
Good luck with that. But no, you're right. You're exactly
Yeah, you're
right.
you're like a stress ball, and you
Yes,
drink a lot of
yes.
coffee, don't you? Yeah.
No, iced tea unsweetened. That's what I drink.
Okay, so it's the same thing. It's caffeine.
Yes.
Way too
Yes.
much caffeine. You really need to cut down on the caffeine a little bit, because that's also causing more stress, believe it or not, and more difficulty for you to
Okay.
sleep because your body can't wind down from it. So maybe
Okay,
flip over to
that's good
decaf
to know.
iced tea. Decaf iced tea. You got something coming up. You got something really big coming up. It's either an award, a scholarship. It's an award of some kind. It is excuse me. Yeah, it's either a promotion, an award, a scholarship. Something's coming for you from the work that you've done. You're going to be recognized in some way. I don't know
Okay.
how that comes with these situations, but something is coming for you.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll be waiting for it. I'll tell you all about it when it happens.
That's
Yes,
good.
please do. Please do.
I
It's going to be very
definitely
exciting.
will.
I mean, you won't be as excited as everyone else is because that's just not your demeanor, but it's going to be very exciting.
She's so right. I'm not excited. In fact, I'm the type of person that does not like to be in the spotlight. I really
Right.
don't.
Right. But you do
And
deserve this that's coming.
'Cause
You've worked hard
sometimes-
for it.
sometimes I believe I don't deserve it.
And that's the other issue. You have to really look at your self-worth. You really do. You know, we're all
deserve it.
contributing. Some are contributing more than others. And, you know, it's kind of like the government, right? 20% of the people doing 80% of the work. And you're kind of
Right.
that way. You're one of those
Okay.
20% that's doing 80% of the work. And
Okay.
you don't realize your value to everyone else.
Okay.
There you
That I
go,
needed
Sean.
to hear. June, I needed to hear that. Thank you. Good
Well,
night.
that's good. Well, we're going to call it a night, and don't go anywhere, June. I have to ask you something before we log out. But I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. If you need to get in contact with June, go to her website. She'd be more than happy to set you up with a reading, a longer reading, and go get her book. Have a great night, everyone, and thank you again for
Good night,
tuning in,
everybody.
and share the link.